Hey everyone, Stuff and Things here, back with another video. Today I'm going to be doing a review on a dress-up kit from OnTactical. I recently took third place in a Ruger 1022 50-yard sharpshooting spot shoot contest, and my prize was either an extended magazine release or extended bolt handle from OnTactical. But the owner decided to really hook me up with the whole little dress kit, so that was really awesome. I got everything put on the gun, and I was really happy with everything, and I decided to contact them and see if they would be okay with me doing a review on the products, some of the products that they have. They also have, I believe, grips for 1911 Colts. But they got a lot of cool stuff, and I'm actually going to be showing you guys something new that they're offering. Was not on the website at the time that I got it, because it's pretty new. But yeah, so I just offered to do a video. I'm not getting any money, or I wasn't asked to do this. I offered to do this because I got everything on, and I was really happy with everything. And he was cool with it. So, alright, let's get into it. I'll show you guys the items here. This is the muzzle brake. Really nice. T6 aluminum. And I believe that this piece here is steel. This is really heavy. So I think this is steel. I'll show you guys what it looks like down there. It's got the set screws. Now, this here, you can thread, I believe you can thread onto your barrel if you have a threaded barrel. However, I do not, but they have the adapter. And you can see that it's grooved. It's made to slip right over your front sight, so you can still have use of your front sight. So I'll set that off to the side. Next up is the extended charging handle. This is a really nice one. I got the knurled version. They have different lengths and different designs for the handles, so you do get a variety that you can choose from. This cotter key actually holds this on because it is not like the standard Ruger design. This is aftermarket. So until you're ready to put this on, leave this key on here, unless of course you want to change the spring. And the nice thing about this is you get options of springs. Now it comes with, mine came with the black one on it, which is the medium spring tension, but you also get your choice of gold, which is soft tension, and silver, which is the heavy spring. I like the medium one, so I'll be leaving the medium one on there, but it's really cool that you get 3 different options here. I like that. Next up is the extended magazine release, and this thing's really cool. Again, they have different designs, styles that you can get. He sent me a whole matching kit. So again, this is machined aluminum, really nice looking. And last up, this is new, is a trigger, matching trigger, and that's pretty nice. Again, it is the, try and get that to focus, aluminum, T6 machined aluminum, and also comes with spring and a little set pin to hold it together while you're putting in the housing. First thing you want to do is, like all 1022s, take a standard screwdriver. Now I don't have any non-marring ones, but what I've done is taken a standard and wrapped the end with masking tape, and that's just a little bit of grease on there. So, okay, that's loose. Next up is the takedown screw. Loosen that. Okay. Back that all the way out. Carefully slide this off. Mine's a little tight, even though I have it backed out all the way. Alright, so you got your barrel band off, got your set screw loosened, and you've probably all seen this a million times. You want to take the safety and center it, which is easier said than done. There we go. And slide it out. And that's the safety popping, but it's okay because it popped inside the stock. Take the stock off, get that out of the way. I don't have a punch on me at the moment, so I'm just going to use this small screwdriver, and we're going to push this pin out. I'm sure you guys have all seen this a million times, but just in case there's someone who hasn't, I'd like to show it. Set that pin off to the side. Mine come out fairly easily. Pull this one out, keep them together, and you can pull the trigger assembly out. For now, we're going to set this off to the side. Now we're going to get the buffer pin out, which I have a polyurethane. Go to the other side and take this and just push it out and pull it out. Set that off to the side. I'm going to pull all the way back on the charging handle and kind of wiggle the bolt out while pulling up. Make sure you got the charging handle all the way back, and you can pull the bolt out, slowly release the charging handle, and then you can pull the charging handle right out. And now we're going to put in the new charging handle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push down on the charging handle. Actually, first what I want to do, actually I already did it. I like to oil with a little bit of rum oil, put a little bit on before I put the charging handles in, or when I'm cleaning. So take the pin out. Remember, I'm going to hold it, and it's going to be a little hard to do this on camera. Alright, so let's try this again. There we go. Okay, so I have the charging handle in there. And what you want to do is you want to pull all the way back on the charging handle, which I'm not going to be able to, I don't think I'll be able to show you guys that, but you want to pull all the way back on the charging handle, just like you would the stock one, and essentially try and line up all the way back. And like I said, it's easier said than done. Okay, so I got the charging handle in, literally 15 seconds after I cut the video. I found that works best if I use my thumb to push back and use my thumb to keep the actual charging handle, you know, straight in here, so it's not cocked a little bit to one side, because you have to have it dead on to be able to get the bolt in. But it's nice and smooth, works good. So we'll get this out of the way. Okay, so on to the trigger assembly. Turn the safety off, support the hammer, and pull the trigger to release the tension off of the hammer. And we're just going to push this pin out right here. I'm trying to give you guys, you know, enough light to see what I'm doing. It's not easy. Okay, now we'll pull out the mag release. Now I do have, this is an extended one that I bought last year. Just a little small extended one. I had the button. This is manufactured in 1996. This is 22, and it just had the button. And I got this little one, but I'm really digging the actual extended one a lot better. I'm going to take out. That's not gonna. Yep, that'll come out. Let this fall out. This right here sits into. There's a hole. You know, I got a little flashlight right here. There's a hole right there that this sits in. I'll just show you where that came from. So set that off to the side as well. Now what I'm going to do is push this pin out, and there's a spring right there. You can see it. You want to watch that spring. Just push it out. There we go. Spring pops up, and you can pull this pin out, and all this is going to kind of fall apart. It's your ejector. It's actually, I believe, your secondary ejector. Your primary one is located in your magazine. So we're going to pull. Oh, I think I did that wrong. Normally this just comes right out. Actually, I think the hammer's in the way. This will pull out. Let your bolt release. Pop this pin out. So we'll just push that out. You don't want to force the pins. If it feels like it's not wanting to go, then try pushing it from the other way. So we'll take that pin out, and we'll set that one over here, off to the right here. Take the hammer out. Now, mine has the, mine's like this. Mine actually, these are two separate pieces right here. So you want to be careful of those. So I'm going to set the hammer with that pin. You want to push the pin out. Again, you don't want to force it out. Should just come right out. There we go. Drop the trigger out like that. And take this out here. Set that off to the side with the pin. And now all you have in here is your safety. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is the trigger. You're going to take the OnTactical trigger. Set it down, take this pin out here. There we go, fall right out. Take these pieces out. Be mindful of the spring, you don't want to lose your spring. And set the old trigger off to the side with our other parts. Now we'll drop in this piece here. Goes in just like this. Put the pin in. There we go. Okay. Now put this in. Make sure the little spring is in there. There we go. Drop this in. Right there. And you get a little, that pin I showed you earlier at the beginning of the video. I'm going to take this supplied pin, and you're going to line it up and put it in, and that's going to hold this together for you. I want to take this first, this piece here, and drop that back in to the hole right there. Okay. Now what we're going to do is just drop the trigger in here. There we go. Now this part can be a little tricky. You want to line it up right here. You can kind of see through this hole right there. You're going to look for that pin that's holding it together that you put in. There we go. There we go. Get it lined up. Show you guys that right there. Now you're going to take your pin here and keep it lined up. And you're just going to gently push it in, going like that. And keep your finger on the back, because what this pin is doing is you're pushing one pin in and forcing the other one back to keep it all lined up, so that the pin you're trying to put in will stay lined up. And there we go. And that pin is in. Next thing we're going to do is take the hammer here, and you want to put the hammer down. I crack myself up. Sometimes not for the better. But you want to line it up in this bigger hole here. Line it up. There we go. Kind of hold it in place if you have to. And put your big pin in. There we go. Alright. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the trigger so that I can free up the actual hammer here. And I'm going to drop the spring in that hole I showed you right down there. So you want it's got to go in at an angle. There we go. And now it's in there, just like that. Alright, now you want to make sure it's in. There we go, all the way. It just dropped in to place all the way. So now you can push the hammer back, and you want to make sure that stays down towards the bottom in there, the spring here, so that you can pull the hammer all the way back, so that then you can, oh, I got safety on, safety off, and there we go. Bolt in, we've got the trigger in. Now what we're going to do is work on the extended mag release. So for that, what we're going to do is we're going to put this in. Now this right here, you'll notice, has a groove right there, right here, and that is for the spring here, which if you can see is offset like that. So have that back, and you want to put this in just like that. Mine is the I modified my bolt release so that all I gotta do is pull back on the bolt to release it. I don't have to push this up or anything like that. You can buy them already made like that, but why do that if I have a file and I can do it myself? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this pin here. Again, keep your pins together, know what pin goes where, keep them with the parts if necessary. I'm going to put this pin in just a little bit, just enough to hold that bolt release in place. Now I'm going to move my spring down, and you want to make sure that when you're putting your bolt release in that you've got your spring set up like this. See how I got it up here and back here? You don't want it to be under the bolt release, and then just push it down, make sure it goes on that groove, just like that. Okay, now you want to take your secondary ejector, slide it over the pin, rest it down in there, it goes just like that. And now you want to take the spring, you want to push it down, this spring right here. I'm not sure how well this is going to show up, but push it down and under your pin there, and push your pin into the hole. So now your spring is under that pin. So there we go. Okay. Now we can take the extended magazine release, and we're just going to slide it in for now. Take this, drop it in here, and you want to line them up. There we go. No, almost at it. Okay, there we go. I'm going to push this down while pushing this in and try and line them up here. Now I have found, there we go, that if you're having a hard time getting this lined up in this hole right here, sometimes just pushing on the button up here will line everything up. And there we go, lined up. So now we have it all together. That is our extended mag release. Works really nice, really smooth. Doesn't take much effort either, so I really like that. So now what we're going to do is put this back together here. So I'm going to need this back. And I'm going to drop it in. Actually, first you can put your bolt buffer, bolt pin, whatever you want to call it in. There we go. Slide that right in. Now we can put this on. Okay. Take your 2 pins that you took out. Line it up. There we go. And just wiggle this a little bit just to get it lined up. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to put the stock back on. Okay, so I have my stock here, ready to go. Oh, lost a pin. Mine are really loose. Let's put that back in. There we go. And I'm going to drop this back into stock. Maybe. Oh, my safety popped back. There we go. Oh, there we go. And I'm just going to hand tighten the takedown screw for now. Take the barrel band, put that on. There we go. Tighten the takedown screw. And now the barrel band. You want to make sure it's all the way back where it's supposed to be. So now we're going to put the muzzle brake on. Now you want to make sure that your set screws are backed out, just like that. And you're just going to slide it on. You want to be careful with this next part because it is a really small set screw. This is a 2 millimeter Allen wrench. This is the size that I found works best, but like I said, you want to be careful. You don't want to over tighten it because it could be a pain to get them loose again. But 2 millimeter is the size that I found that works best. There we go. Now that's on there. And if you want, you can put, if you don't plan on taking this off, you could put a little bit of Loctite on there, just a bead. I'll probably end up taking this off and putting just a bead on there, just so they don't loosen. Now you want to take the muzzle brake, now you got your adapter on, and just screw it on. It screws on really nicely. And I'm not going to over tighten mine right now. Just going to tighten it a bit. There we go. So like I said, I want to get some Loctite on those. But there you have it. You can still see the front sight just fine. So there you have it, guys. This is the dress-up kit from OnTactical. You can buy all these pieces individually. And really smooth. Really smooth. Trigger's nice. I love the knurled bolt handle. Look, you got plenty of handle there to grab onto. And the muzzle brake. So, really nice product. Go ahead and check their stuff out. I really like it. I'm a fan. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thanks for watching, everyone.